Hello there, I'm Dave Late. Welcome to the episode 5 of the Be Happy podcast. The Be Happy podcast. This episode is called Why. That's right, why? Why do this? Why do that? Why do anything? Why? But before me and you get into the why and the wherefores of it all, here's a very quick recap on the previous episodes. If you are in a shitty place in your life right now, if your life is just crap, know what I mean? If your life is just crap and you are just darned unhappy, but you want to be happier, here is the thing. Whether you are young or whether you are old, no matter who you are or whatever your circumstance is, no matter if you look and feel like a loser, a real unhappy person, or on the other side of it you epitomise success and happiness to everybody around you when really you are just unhappy, please listen to this podcast, or this chat as I like to describe it, because it really is being made for you. And believe me, things can and will get better for you if you take action and follow the process that is laid out in this podcast series, and you hold on to the blind faith and belief that it will improve. It will. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. I wouldn't put this content out into the world, into cyberspace, if I did not believe it. This chat is a real chat. It's real time talking because it is for real. It's from real life experience. It's spoken by a real person, that being me, who has had success for real, who has fallen as low as they can fall for real, who got back up again for real. And if I, Mr. Average, Mr. Joe Public, can do this, then so can you. The first step in the process is to come to terms with yourself and to be able to truly love yourself. Because loving yourself, believe this, that loving yourself is the cornerstone, it is the foundation of your happiness. Recap over. So let's go and get into episode 5 of the Be Happy podcast, which is called, as I said, Why? Let's start by asking you this question. What is it that gets you out of bed every day? What is it that makes you do what you do? And what is it that makes you associate with whom you associate with? And the answer, and please feel free to disagree if you want to, the answer is that you've got a reason to do so. There was a reason, a why. And there is a reason why you are listening right now to me. Your why is what drives you in your life. It puts fuel in your tank. It gives you your motivation. And the bigger the why, the bigger your life will be. Mark Twain, a very famous author, said there are two important days in your life. The day you're born and the day you find out why. When you find your why, when you find your reason for being, you get direction in your life. And the secret to being able to go and find your why is simply to get up off your ass and go look for it. I found my why late one lonely night, sat in my car in an empty car park on top of a hill, looking down on the city of Portsmouth in the UK. That's where I live. And I sat there contemplating my life and I was considering ending it. I found my why there, and my why was my wife and my 4 young children. I decided that I couldn't do that to them, and I resolved that I would do just about anything to look after them. And it was from that moment that my life changed. And if you decide to go and chase your destiny, I promise you this, you will go on to live a fulfilled life, because you will become a cause-related person. Yeah, a cause-related person. That's a very cool person to be. It's someone who is following their passion and who is working towards their destiny, and you will, I promise you this, you will love it. Something will come over you, it will possess you, you will find your power, and believe me, the bigger your why, the bigger your determination will be, the bigger your focus will be, and this will push you through the pain. It will close your ears to those doubters, to the shouters, to the critics, and they're always there. Your why will sustain you. It will keep you going. Your why will pick you up when you fall, when you fail, and you will fall, won't you? Your why will keep you coming back again and again and again. When you find your why, you will keep going until you die. So the question is, do you know what your why is? Do not be like so many people out there who drift through the journey of their lives without ever discovering their why. And the reason that they never discovered their why is that for one reason or another they never bothered to go and look for it. And there's a consequence, because there's always a consequence to anything we do or don't do. They live small, uneventful lives, boring lives, where they never put themselves on the line, where they never tested themselves. They work in jobs that they don't want to do. They find excuses for not following their dreams. They find little reward in their lives, financially or spiritually. And they end up with the worst thing of all, living with regret. Don't let that happen to you. Make no mistake, your why is the reason that you do what you do, or the reason that you don't do what you do, if you know what I mean. If you don't have a why, you will be less motivated and less focused on what you do. And as I said, if you don't go and look for your why, you ain't never gonna ever find it. So if you are down and unhappy in your life right now, believe me, it doesn't mean that you are on your way out. Just find a way, any way, to get up off your butt, get up off your ass, and go out and find your why. That's the message in this episode 5 of the Be Happy podcast, is to go and find your why. And to do that, look deep inside yourself, be honest with yourself, be very selfish when you're searching out your why, because it's got to be about you, totally about you. And when you find your why, tell me if I'm telling you an untruth, when you find your why, you will discover an unstoppable force, and that force will move you, it'll drive you, it'll get you over any barriers that come your way. When you find your way, you truly will find a way out of no way. So I ask you again this very serious question: what's going to make you bother? What's going to make you get out of your bed? What's going to make you chase your dreams and go find your happiness? What is your why? Thanks for listening. Please can you help me to grow this audience for this podcast, because I want to talk to as many people around the world to try to introduce them to new ideas, new ways of doing and being, to try to help them to move to a better place in their life if that's what they need and want to do. So please subscribe, follow and share. Please go onto Spotify. Please sign up for this podcast. It is for free, because if you do that, the logarithm will work and it'll get it to more people. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Above all, be happy. I'll see you in the next podcast.